Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying this wee dark claret lightweight buzzer. Great pattern for up near the surface, especially like straight lining or on the washing line. Right, they don't all need to be varnished. Super fast sinkers. These wee lightweights can be absolutely deadly on their day. Now, as always, I'll put a materials list in the description along with a link to the Patreon page, which will get you entered into the giveaways for the flies that we tie in the channel. So I've already got 2 of these in here. This is correct, is going to be the next video, but you can see that's the box we're working on now. That's what you would be entering into if you're supporting at this time. Alternatively, like the video, share the video, watch all the way to the end, leave a comment below, all of that helps. And especially if you're new to the channel, do subscribe, hit the bell button so you get notified of the new videos and you can come and watch them. So, get my hook and my vise. This is a short shank special, and this is a size 10, right? So it's a shank of a 12, the gap of a 10, and it's a medium wire, right? I use the short shank special rather than a curved hook because you can still get that sort of curved appearance, big and round the shank, but you don't have the inferior hooking properties or holding properties of a curved hook. Right, the straight hook is a better hooker and holder of fish. Starting some black 8/0, and I'm just going to run a wee kind of thorax length on there, and I'm going to come in with my breathers, and this is just white baby wool. And what I'm going to do is just, before I tie it in, I'll just separate the 2 ply, right? So it's easy. It's easier to do it off the vise, I find, right? Just to split the 2 plies, rather than try to separate them equally once I've tied it in. And then I'll just pinch that on, 2 or 3 wraps. I'll trim the waist, put it there, right? So that's going to roughly, it's going to help me with the bulk of my thorax. Tidy up. And I'll come to the front. I'll just encourage the separation in this to stay just with a couple of figure 8 wraps. That's fine. Just ignore that for the time being. So I've put 2 ribs in this fly. The first is a length of 6 pound brown Maxima, so it's the Chameleon, which is the kind of the brown one. Obviously this is quite a tough ribbon material, so it helps with the durability. So just catch that in on my side, to the length of the body, and then I'll get my second rib, if I can find the end of it, and there we go, which is just UV buzzer wrap, and it's just that sort of clear UV. I don't remember where I get this, but there's loads of the brands. It's not that flashy, but it's got that kind of wee blue tint. So again, I'll just find me, just catch it in, draw that in, same length, and I'll just take it around the bend, right? And I like to come quite far, like right round, about there. Now these wee flies, right, keep them sparse. You really don't want to overdo it with the dubbing on these. You know, you've already got nearly the thickness of the fly that you want just with the thread, really, I would say. So I don't want to go much more than that. So I'm getting a thin rope of this dark, it's a really dark claret. It looks almost black, but when the light hits it, which I think you can kind of pick up on in the video there, you do get that nice claret tone, the wee bit of light passing through the translucent here. I'm just a wee bit short there. So, I mean, very, 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 very little extra needed here. Just that'll maybe a wee bit much actually, but I'll fix it. So I'm just ahead of the hook point, and then I'm going to take first of all the buzzer wrap, and I'm just going to wrap this the same way as my thread and my dubbin. And I'm not leaving a lot of space between the wraps. Right, there's like my 5 kind of coming into the 6th there. Catch it in. 2 or 3 turns. That waist piece will do the next flight. If I can get it to come off my finger. And then I'm going to counter rib with the Maxima, so I'm going the opposite way. I'm winding this coming towards me over the top of the hook. And it's just the same thing. Come up, and this actually it will not show up in the camera, but when you look at this in the daylight, like the dubbin colour and all that blends with the excuse me, dubbin colour and all that blends with the monofilament rib, and it catches the light amazingly actually as well. Looks really good. So I've come up and I'm going to take an extra straight wrap, and then I'm going to come round with my thread a couple of times, wrap it around the mono, and then come over. I'm going to take a wrap in front of the mono to stop it trying to creep back, and I'll repeat that, right, up, over, under, right, and that, because it's the, you know, you're using polyester, or this uni's polyester and nylon, and they're very slick, right, they're 2 round slick mediums, right, so we get that locked in. Now, put a wee thorax cover on this, just to create the kind of separation, or to maintain the separation of the breathers. I'm just using obviously dark claret pheasant tail. Good bunch here. Right, make sure you've got enough to give you a decent thorax cover. And then I'll come in and square off the ends first of all. I don't want to try to reach in and trim them, it's a pain. Catch that off. Just flatten that with your thumbnail, then come in, then I'll tidy up. Everything's nice and neat. And the last thing is just a bit more dubbing. I mean, you could add a wee hot cheek or something, but it's really no need it. This fly in and of itself is just absolutely deadly. It's quite simple, but it's very effective. So I'm going to build a wee thorax, right? The thorax, obviously, I want it to be a bit bulkier than the abdomen. Right? Buzzers have got, you know, that long slender body, then there's quite a bit with the wing buds and all that up at the thorax area. That looks no bad to me. So what I do now is I just pull them back, skip my thread in front, take 2 or 3 wraps just to get any seal fur that might be trying to go forward and get it out the way. And I'll draw the pheasant tail in between. 2, 3, 4 wraps holds it. Get some in front, pushing that back. Right, so that I'm going to get a nice clean head now. When I trim this away, I can easily cover that up without worrying about it going over the eye. Nice and clean. finish. And I'm going to varnish this now, before I trim the breathers, because again I want to keep the breathers out of the way. Don't touch the wool with your varnish, let it get in the hook eye rather than on the dressing. Single coat's plenty. Clean the eye, make sure that eye's clear. Then I'll just come in. I just pull these forward, right? And come in with my scissor. I touch the scissor blade against the front of the hook eye. Trim. Then you can sort of fluff them out. And that's your wee white breather. Really, really good, this fly. Now, any extra long bits of sulphur, got to take them away. Right. Want it buggy, but I don't want it too buggy. There you go. Really, really good. I mean, it's a great kind of fly in the warm weather, you know, especially in the evening. Excuse me, especially in the evening when there's a lot of reds in the light, you know, it really catches them. It kind of glows almost. It's a really good fly. So tie some of these up, fish them when it's warm up near the surface, right? Next May, next June, you'll love it. So hope that was useful, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up below and I'll see you for another one. Tight lines guys, bye.